Okay, we had the last talk in our studio on the topic, why do men cheat? And also, why do women cheat? What could be the problem? And today we have someone who's going to introduce himself. He will tell us his opinion, his view, what he thinks about reasons why men or women cheat. So, sir, you start by telling us your name and also you give us your point. What's your name, sir?
Okay, well, I want to say a big thank you for this privilege. My name is Mr. Tonte Emmanuel Bomo. That's my name. And going by the issue on ground, you know, said why do men cheat and why do women also cheat? It's a straightforward question though, especially in a relationship. Let's start with a relationship because I'm a married man. I'm married with two kids. And by the mercy of God, my marriage is over 6 years now, and it's still counting. And before marriage, there was a relationship, there was a dating process. And generally, as an individual, even those days that I was still single, I don't double date with personal reasons. And what are these reasons? You know, came to realize that when a man chooses to double date, he stands the disadvantage of spending more because you would want to satisfy all the women involved. And by so doing, you realize that you spend more. And that same thing you think Amaka is given to you. Well, Amaka should also have the same thing. So, what is the essence of cheating? Or what's the essence of double dating? Then, coming to marriage, there are so many factors. There are so many factors. Some women tend to cheat possibly because they wanted to gain financial benefits, material things, and all the rest. Like I said, I've found myself in a situation whereby a lady, couples are cheating because possibly the man was unable to satisfy the woman on bed. These are possible reasons for women cheating. Then some do it for fun. Some do it for fun. They just want to have people around them. They see themselves jumping from one club to another. A married woman. Some do it for fun. Same thing is applicable to the men. In most cases, especially in Africa, we came to realize that when a woman cheats, it becomes a problem. But when a man cheats, it appears that it's a norm. But to me, it's wrong because the marriage or the relationship is a union of two persons. So both persons should contribute immensely to the success of it. So if a man is caught cheating, he should be treated the same way. So back to the question, the possible reasons. Number one, especially the women, some do it for financial benefits, for material things, because they want to gain one or two material things. Then in some cases, we have also found situations where a ladies were forced into marriage. I will always say, don't marry because you pity a man. Don't marry because you pity the woman. That's what we call pity love. Don't engage yourself in pity love. Not because of what the man has done for you, not because of what the woman has done for you, but you marry because of love. When you marry a woman because of love, there will be no need for cheating. When you marry a woman because of love, there will be no need for cheating. But when you see yourself, that's other one we call a matchmaking. Parents choosing wives for their children, husbands for their children. You find out that the love is not there. And as such, you see the woman jumping from one place to another. You see the man trying to satisfy himself. Another thing, home bringing in most cases, and that has caused a serious problem. When the man is not getting this hospitality at home, he comes to get it elsewhere. When the man feels he's not well taken care of, he comes to get that care elsewhere. So, as ladies, I always advise you learn to take care of your men. And same thing is applicable to the men. When the woman believes that she's not properly taken care of, she would want to get that care elsewhere. These are few of the reasons. If we continue to count, we will count and count and count. And again, some do it for fun. They just want to to cheat. They just want to move around. They see themselves, And again, some are being compelled to it by peer groups, by friends. Yes, I have my husband, but my boyfriend bought this for me. My boyfriend bought that for me. My husband is not the clubbing type, but I have this man that clubs around, and so on. Before you know it, you start jumping around with your friends. Another thing is a distance relationship. A man could be in Canada and he said he's married to a woman here. 3, 4 years, 5 years, you've not seen your wife. And of course, there is this belief that that same place you are doing the same thing. The woman would want to do the same thing. So we always believe, even in your job, always learn to come back home and be with your family. As a man, even as a woman, always learn to come back home. We have found ourselves in situations where the woman is always busy. When I mean busy, busy to the level of not even taking care of the children. You dedicate all your duties, your marital duties to nanny and all the rest. In the end, you find out that your husband will be cheating with your nanny. Reasons being that you are not there for him, you're not even there for the children. In most cases, we see the children supporting the nanny because that's the mother they see on daily basis. You are not there as a mother. You are not there to take care of them, to give them this parental care. And of course, someone else is doing it and she has taken over your matrimonial activities.
You spoke about someone marrying out of pity. You know what I mean, out of pity. Maybe something happened, or there was an occurrence that result to you trying to pity maybe a young girl, maybe mistakenly you got her pregnant. If you are giving us this advice, I want you to also point that particular aspect.
All right, thank you, Mr. Tontevic. You have really pointed out so many points and interesting facts that cannot be neglected. Now, in one of what you were saying, I noticed you made mention of things that falls under the absence of love, where they show pity instead of love. And you talked about being compared, talked about peer pressure, you talked about matchmaking, where parents want to choose for their children. Yes, most times the children want to accept the man or the woman just to please their parents, but they themselves are not pleased, which lingered and makes them go out to search for love. And you talked about people doing it out of fun. They're doing it for fun because Nneka bought this and that. Some just love it. And in the act of fun, I can say if they are cheating and having this intimacy with the people they are cheating with, it means most of them are also doing it because they just love having intercourse with different people. They want to have different experience with different men, body counts, and all of that. Mr. Tontevic has said many things today, and he also has dropped some advice. But I would like him to drop one word of advice to our viewers in case you fall under these categories that he has mentioned. If there's a way out for you, then I think he has something to say about it. So, Mr. Tontevic, what's your a word of advice for those persons that are already engaged and trapped? You talked about someone married to a man who is based in Canada while the woman is in Nigeria and all of that. She feels the man is doing the same, which is possible. And you also said something about Nigerians or Africans believing that if a woman cheats is wrong and if a man cheats is not wrong. But you condemns the act and says both acts are wrong because one cannot be wrong while the other person is right. So what's your advice generally for those that falls under the categories of all you've mentioned?
Well, for the single, let me start with the single ones. For the single who are yet to get married, you must learn to understand your partner. And again, don't marry out of pity. Marry that man, marry that woman because you love her, because you love him. Don't marry because he or she made a sacrifice for you. No. Do you truly love him? Do you truly love her? That should be the basis of marriage, not because of sacrifice one must have done for the other. It should be truly on love. The Bible always says, love covereth multitude of sin. Now, if the love is there, of course, certain things can be overlooked because the love is there. Then for the married ones, I want to advise you. There is this popular saying that thing where they find for Shokoto, ide your Shokoto. You see a woman on the street, a girl on the street looking beautiful with a wonderful hair. You should have this consciousness that someone dressed her up, or possibly she must have done something to keep herself in that manner. You have a woman at home. Why not make that particular hairstyle for your wife? If it is because of the beauty, why not make your wife look beautiful? Why not make your wife become your taste? As a woman, there are certain things you think your man is lacking behind. I will advise you build that man to your taste. Marriage is a business of two persons, it's not the business of one. And to you that is looking unto God for marriage, pray very well and also consider that marriage is a lifetime business. It's a school where nobody graduates. It's a lifetime business. As Christians, we don't jump into marriage so as to divorce. No, it's a lifetime thing. Thank you.
And we've really had a lot from him. Thank you for granting us this permission. Though we are doing this out of the studio, we are doing it live in the street of Iguta, and he picked out time despite the weather. Thank you very much, sir, for coming. Thank you very
We
much.
appreciate your coming. At least